So hello good people, and welcome to Halloween in the new office. And I just wanted to make a quick video today, just talking a bit about the ritual that I do every year about the 47s. Basically, 3 years ago, I birthed the 47s on Halloween night. What do I mean by that? Well, when you make a servitor, which is kind of an encapsulation of an idea, it's traditionally called or known as a thought form, although many people have many different ideas about what servitors are. I think they're thought forms. And that's not to kind of diminish any of the enchantment or the magic that comes with all that, but it's to raise the level of what we think thoughts and ideas are. So basically, you create the servitor for a specific purpose. So I created 40 of them for divination and magic. And once you create these and that you have given them their kind of the role, you have to birth them. And that just means you breathe life into them, or you do some sort of symbolic act that releases them into the world, that in some way detaches them in a wee bit from the magician and gives them their own sense of autonomy. Now, when I talk about autonomy or sovereignty or any of these things with regards to servitors, people get a bit weird about the whole thing because they mix up ideas with tulpas and egregores and all of these sort of things, and there's this kind of this thought that if you leave a servitor or thought form to on its own for too long or whatever, let it go into world, it turns bad, or kind of attacks the magician or something like that. I've personally never had that happen to me. I know people who have happened to, but it seems to me that the people that does happen to are the people who already have a lot of chaos and turmoil in their life, and that kind of thing happens to them. So I don't think it's necessarily an inbuilt thing into servitors. Not my experience anyway. So anyway, you have your idea, your role, what it is you want the servitor to do. You've given it some sort of image, or it can be some sort of physicalness. So it could be a statue, a teddy, anything. People use all sorts of things for servitors. I use images and sigils. And then you have to release it into the world. Give it a sense of autonomy. But of course, the 47s have very distinct roles and aren't going to deviate from that in any way. They're never going to become egregores, because egregores are god forms created by groups of people. Now, 47s are used by a number of people now these days. They weren't created, so that kind of, the clues in the definition of what an egregore is or whatever. But all of these things ultimately are really down to semantics, and you could argue all of them. You can definitely argue that they're egregores. You can definitely argue that they're servitors. You can definitely argue that they are absolutely nothing, that they're inconsequential. Think of what Dawkins or Christopher Hitchens or Sam Harris or any of these people would think of the 47s. Think of utter nonsense. Jung might be into them, in that he would see the kind of merit of the archetypical forces behind them, or ideas behind them, and being an encapsulation or a delineation between the different ones and stuff like that. So I mean, you can go as woo-woo or as not, or as psychological, whatever you want with them. It bounces around for me depending on my mood at the time. They can be quite just psychological tools. They can be quite woo-woo. So anyway, back to my point, where you have to give some sort of autonomy, release them into the world, all of that thing. And what I did is I printed them out onto terrible paper, cheap paper. That was the first time they were all printed out as a set. And then I blessed them, if that's the word, or then I kind of give them each of the elements, 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water and spirit, and I give them a representation of each, so much so that the water has kind of degraded the artwork in places and things like that. So they're not perfect, they're a bit kind of melty, a bit psychedelic looking to them, and then physically breathed air into them. Now you have to remember that the 47s were originally just going to be a tool just for myself, and that was the idea, that I would create something just for myself. So there's very much my aesthetic to it, how I would birth servitors, that's significant to me, that would feel what I would need to do to create a servitor. You of course will have some different reasons and different ideas and different kind of things that you will find powerful, so don't just think that this is the only way to make servitors. Certainly not. They're your kids, birth them as you will. And so then every year for the last couple of years I have been at first I should say, I suppose I put them in a box then. This is the box that they were housed in afterwards. And over the years, I've taken them out and re-blessed them every year. And also then what we started doing was putting in hopes and petitions and wishes for your year, in the kind of idea that you would have you can't take it back. So if you have an idea that you want for the next year coming, you put it in sealed. So So you have to be really certain about what you want and really think about it, and not just kind of be, you know, not run into it too quick or whatever, not just go with something that mightn't serve you in the long run. So you have to have a think of it. And it works well for people. And of course you can do your own version of this at any time of the year. It doesn't have to be 47's podcast below explaining how to do that. So tonight I will be doing that. I will be taking out everyone's thoughts from last year, or their hopes and wishes, their things that they put in it. I will be burning that to release it fully into the world, to let it go. Then adding the new ones. I'll be adding my own hopes and prayers and a few trinkets and stuff like that. Last year I put in an oil that I wanted to kind of saturate with 47s for over a year. So that'll become a 47's oil, and a couple other bits and pieces of magic and things that I put it in as well. But I'll also be then kind of affirming them with earth, air, fire, water, spirit, putting more breath of life into them and kind of rejuvenating. Now, it's more symbolic than anything. The 47s are well established. They feed on attention and they get loads of attention. And so it's more of a nice thing to do, I feel. It's kind of like a touching stone, you know, bringing it round, having a day that's just for the servants, just, you know, like a birthday. That's what it is. And to do something quite symbolic and magic-y on possibly the most magic night of the year, at least one of them. So I will intersperse this, or the beginning, the end, someplace there will be kind of footage in and around the ritual, not the actual ritual itself, because when you film a ritual, you kind of become more obsessed with the filming of it than actually participating in it, and I want to be very present for it, obviously. So it's not going to be like a full documentary of the ritual or whatever, but I'll show some stuff. I'll show my altar and have it set up at the minute and stuff like that. So that's it. That's kind of what we do around here this time of year, and it's interesting. And so if you want to get in on that kind of idea, make your own servitors. There's a whole section on Adventures in Woo-Woo about servitors that I'll leave the links in the show description if that's something you want to get into yourself. The time capsule magic idea of putting something in a box, magic desire or wish or whatever, and then, you know, have the no take backs kind of idea. There's a podcast I will link in the show description as well. And yeah, that's kind of it. That's it for another year. Big year for the 47s. Big night for me. It's my big magic night of the year, and I'll be doing as much as I can. So is this suitably Halloweeny, creepy enough? Wah, under a green light. Magic to me is the colour green, not octarine. As an aside, but there you go, and it's very much a green colour to me. So this is my altar. Spin you around. As you can see, we have the unifying sigil with all the things. We have a quite cool skull, courtesy of TK Maxx, or TJ Maxx, I think it's called in America. TK Maxx here, or something like that. Anyway, I know there's a disparity between the two names. Behind it, I have my black mirror, one of my two black mirrors. This is the smaller one. And here, we have a candle on top of another 47's box. Let's see if I can move this without actually spilling wax everywhere. This was sent to me from a present all the way from Brazil. These are actually the bootleg boxes that were being made that I had a hissy fit about on the internet, because they did it without asking me. And then someone sent me one. They're actually really nice, but still highly illegal. Don't do it. So I have my Brazilian 47s in it, which is a perfect fit, and my other ones I've just ordered yesterday. And if you notice, I have the master symbol in there. If you, I had ordered yesterday the new decks because I don't have the deluxe deck, because I give mine to Grant Morrison. Not dropping a name there. But I've also got another deck with the thicker cardstock, because I want to see that, so I've ordered that there on the way. Here we have my incense holder that burnt out earlier on. It actually set the fire alarm off, which was fun. And this is my magical diary. See, I do keep one. I don't just hark on about it to other people. I have to put my coffee on it at some point. I do keep one. I very much keep one. I think they're a great job, and very worth your while. This is just a general light. So above it, you won't be able to see, or maybe you will, there's my tarot cards and runes and stuff like that, and general knickknacks, all my rosaries and malabeads, all my old diaries, some cool shot glasses, Below it then we have all the incenses. So we sages, palo santos, amber, any number of different things. Raspberry jam. And black salt, some nag champa. Loads of different things. But then below this shelf I have my 47 stuff that I got from Brazil. So I have a couple of decks and I have a couple of the books. And over here are all my printouts of the servitors from the journey, but a couple of other things. I think there is, well, there's another skull. I used that skull to burn sigils in. So we have these from the journey, which most of you I probably haven't seen. But I also have, is that the one? The saint card with the relic or the pieces of material from the church in Romania that I went to on the pilgrimage. So that's from his actual church, and that's a prayer card from the actual church. So that was pretty cool. And then the other ones. Here is my all the things I've created. All my comics, all the things I've printed out, all the different things over the years that is part of me. So this is my magic, part of the altar, because it's my creations and it's things I have put there. So it goes with the 47 stuff. And 47's bag. There is the holy numbers, them, and road crew stuff. Complete road crew. All of these out of print. Well, you can get the digital versions. And then below is the black card and the gold, the black card and gold pens for doing your sigils. So that's kind of the altar part of it. I do have a Ganesha separate altar. And I have a number of other things on the different shelves. That's where I keep all my lenses. But I will do, hold on till I spin this round. And I'll go back under the creepy lights. I have to duck down because the light's quite low. I will do an actual what's on my shelves update, because I have new shelves, loads of new books since the last one. It's a couple of years since I did the last bookshelf video. And yeah, so you'll get to see what's on my bookshelves, and I'll be very honest about which ones I've read and which ones I haven't. I've read most of them, but not all of them. So that's it. The ritual tonight, it's Halloween. I will be doing the 47th ritual and a few other little bits and pieces. The veil is very thin this time of year, as the saying goes, and I take the opportunity to use it. So, good people of the internet, until our next adventure, be well.